Yeah.
Yeah.
The fourth wall.
Oh, that's us. Hello.
Yo, look. It's the trio, the treacherous trio. Remember those wrestling packs, the Jack's exclusives? The treacherous trios? They used to have it was 3 wrestling figures in one pack. But boys, this is what I wanted to say. Friday, Nick, Mac, John, let's go.
I don't know because I used to have to steal my action figures from the pharmacy in the corner. I didn't know what they were called. I used to take them out the packaging and leave the package on the shelf. I used to go to the Toys R Us and steal the belts when I was a kid. I needed fucking
allegedly. This never happened.
You can't fucking prove. There's got to be like a statute of limitations. This was like 20 years ago. We got him. We got this plastic belt bandit. We've been waiting on him for all these years.
Let's get my royalties now, brother.
Let's talk about.
Somebody's pissed off they don't have the big round eagle.
Fuck them. Let's talk about SmackDown though, man. I guess we do a little bit. It wasn't the best episode of SmackDown. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how y'all felt about it out there. Let us know in the comments if you think we're wrong. This was awesome. The best episode of SmackDown I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. Let us know. I didn't feel that way. But it had a really good closing angle, and it's weird. So usually we talk about the final segment of the show in the beginning of our little recap. But tonight, I thought because of the way the narrative worked that we should start at the tag team championship match, which was Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa defending against Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Is that racist? Can I do accents? That's bad, right? I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
You're a little placist.
Anyway, they retained the title. I don't know how I felt about them just kind of throwing I don't know how I felt about them just kind of throwing the tag title back rematch on there after making it such a big deal last week. It's just having it be in the middle of the show, like a nothing match. It lasted like 5 minutes. I felt really good about tag team wrestling in WWE last week, and then this week I was like, oh. And then
we're back to what we used to be.
And immediately after, Jacob Fatu kills them.
Literally ends them.
I was like, oh no. I really hope this means they're going to be a bigger part of this story somehow. They're going to be Cody Rhodes' backup for the summer or whatever, because Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are going to be taken out. So Cody needs a couple of seconds, and that'll be Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, because otherwise this didn't bode well for tag. I was like, oh, I felt so good about tag team wrestling last week. This week I'm feeling less good about it. But anyway,
John, your mistake was trying to feel good about tag team wrestling in WWE.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Anyway, I'm trying. Listen, I got hope that they're going to be in 6-man main events with Cody all summer long. That's right. That's kind of my hoping here. That's what we're going to be doing. And that's what I would do anyway. But we followed that up with the rest of the Bloodline coming out. Jacob Fatu being all, yeah, boy, that's my son, boy. Solo Sikoa comes out and he's all, he basically says Roman Reigns is, he's a bitch. And when he comes back, he's going to acknowledge me just like everybody else. He talks about Jey Uso. So I thought, Jimmy. So I thought Jimmy was coming back tonight. We didn't get Jimmy. We didn't get anybody. Cody comes out like, confronts them, basically confirms the the WWE Championship match for SummerSlam, and he's getting his ass beat. Randy comes out, he ends up getting destroyed, and it's Cody's fault. They make it seem like these are consequences. There he is in the background. How did y'all feel about this? Randy's out, I guess, for a while. He's destroyed. He'll be out for a few weeks, or I don't know, at least 1 week. You would imagine. Maybe he just comes back next week. I don't know. You know, I think Chad Gable got killed.
Headshot, killing spree.
So I don't know. But how did y'all feel about this?
The Randy Orton bounce back syndrome.
I felt like it should. I always hate like an interview or a Bloodline's closing segment in the show. I'm old school. I always feel like it should be a match. I don't know, man. Like, we were all sick and tired of the Bloodline closing out SmackDown for 4 years, and it's just more of the same. I do like this version of the Bloodline, though. I do like the unpredictability. Roman's Bloodline was, very structured, very calculated and conniving, and this one just seems like Solo's just like, yeah, go out there and kill everybody, where Roman was like, yeah, go out and teach these guys a lesson, but leave some scraps for me. Like, Solo's just like, nah, dude, just go out and kill everybody.
Yeah, it was all right. Like I said, it's pretty much what I wanted them to be doing. This is exactly how I wanted the Bloodline to be booked going forward. They're just destroying people on SmackDown, establishing themselves. It's great. I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah, this is exactly what they needed for a while to establish the group with, Solo leading and the Tongans, but you don't really feel much with the Tongans. It's just like they're kind of there, Whereas Jacob Fatu, man's got the aura, he's got the presence, he's got the brutality. You guys might have seen it if any of you are live on the Dirt Sheet Radio page. I was sharing that reel of Jacob Fatu tanking that DDT and giving him that like power boost, because you don't do any type of head type damage towards a Samoan wrestler. You should know better.
I'd be lying if I said I had any enthusiasm towards this episode of SmackDown or even talking about it right now. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to be be enthusiastic about this. I really hope somebody out there got some enjoyment out of this beyond the few plot developments that we got. They killed Randy. That was fine. I really wanted the Randy Cody thing so much that this is just like a roadblock to the storyline that I'm waiting for. but that's just me. Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes, again, is probably official, right? Did they put a poster out for that?
No, but Cody said, listen, I'm going to talk to Nick Aldis, and it's going to get done. So it's pretty much official.
Had a weird Nick Aldis storyline going on throughout the night, too.
Yeah.
He wasn't there.
Outside the door.
He wasn't there, but I guess he was for LA Knight. Like, I don't know. Weird. Anyway, did you guys have any other thoughts about the end of the show tonight?
I did like the visual. Of Randy through the table and them throwing up the ones with Cody doing the old Great Khali spot in the in the ropes in the background. I did enjoy that. It was a good visual, and it establishes the Bloodline as like the group on SmackDown.
I get that. But yeah, and take it to the beginning of the show, and we had Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton came out. This is probably the most interesting part of the show here. That's this opening segment. Tiffany came out and she basically talked about how she was the youngest Money in the Bank, women's Money in the Bank winner. Interrupted by an oddly out of character, aggressive Bailey.
Right?
Like, she was like really angry. If you think you're gonna cash in on me, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, basically. But
I'm about to kill you.
Nia Jax came out and she's like, "Whoa, what's up with you?
Is everything okay, Bailey? Have a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry."
Basically, Bailey kind of fires back. I'm not the hugger, Bailey. I'm not this, I'm not that. And I'm just like, this is really late in Bailey's run for this kind of promo, if that's my thought. But, it's fine. I guess she's trying to remind Nia Jax herself, because maybe Nia doesn't understand that this isn't the Bailey that she beat all those years ago. And Nia gives her the old, I get it. I know what I know you're not Hugger Bailey anymore. What are you, BBL Bailey now? And
BBL Bailey. BBL Bailey.
I was like, that's bullshit. Bailey's had that ass the entire time, Nia. How dare you? Anyway, so Nia Jax and Tiffy, they jump Bailey, and Mei Chim runs out, chases them off, leading to her match between her and Nia Jax. Nia Jax wins. They take out Bailey after the match. Tiffy thinks about cashing in, but she did have a good moment there. I mean, it made sense. She thought about it. Nia Jax gives the old, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they made up afterwards. Got up out of there. What did y'all think of this opening segment?
John, can you tell the audience what I texted you about this?
Oh, you fell asleep.
I did.
Yeah.
For like 8 minutes, I fell asleep, and I woke up, and there was a commercial on, and they came back, and it was like, "Better than me. It ain't nobody." I was like, "Oh God, what time is it?"
Oh no, I missed the recap.
Dude, I legitimately thought I watched the whole promo, and then I saw Michin come out, and I had no clue who it was because her hair's not blue anymore. And I was like, "Who is it?" Dude, literally, I thought it was Sonya Deville from behind, because she just has like the same body structure as Sonya Deville. And they went to commercial, and then I went to commercial.
I don't blame you. This was
it's been a long day.
Absolutely.
I don't know what it was about this episode. I guess being a post money in the bank episode, I thought we get a lot more resets and new storylines, but it was what it was. Well, we followed that segment with a backstage segment. Chelsea Green saying she was waiting for Sir Nicholas to prickle us. He wouldn't. I think Byron Saxton was trying to tell her that he wasn't there, and she wouldn't let him. So he just left. After that, we had Andrade trying to do a pre-tape. He got interrupted by Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes is like, "Yo, you cost me the Money in the Bank tag team. Why do I keep going back to the tag team belt? The Money in the Bank,
the one
contract.
Decent part of the night, John.
Yeah.
You piece of shit! You cost me the suitcase. I want you dead or whatever.
And you broke my spine."
Andrade wants a match with him, and we'll get that next week.
Spinal.
Aaron Corbin and Apollo Crews got defeated by Legado del Fantasma.
Okay, I did enjoy this.
Yeah, that's actually
a pretty good match.
This was very, very serviceable. Like, I really enjoyed this match. Like, if you like when I saw Baron Corbin come out and his awesome theme that he probably doesn't deserve to have, but I was like, okay, what is this? And then they showed Apollo, and I was like, all right. I was like, Apollo and Andrade had a banger a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, oh, they're up against Garza and Humberto. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right. And then I look and I'm like, oh, this is going into the second hour. I'm like, this is going to cook. And it did. It went, what, a commercial, 2 commercial breaks or 1 commercial break or something?
It went on a bit.
Yeah,
it was about 12 minutes or just about around there, where it felt like it.
Yeah.
Compared to most other things on this show, it was probably good. That's one of the things on some of these episodes of SmackDown. It's like, wow, this was entertaining. But then I realized I was bored for a lot of the time. That's why this thing finally woke me up.
Can
I
we
had
just
to two observations. Yes, back.
Can we just mention how good Elektra Lopez looked in her Poison Ivy attire? Like she had the gloves all the way up. Oh, dude, she looked so good.
Full
like,
body
she's underrated. She's severely underrated. I know she doesn't have matches and she comes out, but I'm saying her outfits are like extremely.
Oh, you gotta clarify because
Well, I'm trying to clarify. I was saying like I know she hasn't had any matches, but when she like comes out, she has like these elaborate like things to just like stand there for like 8 minutes, and yeah, man, she looks good. Like I never like really paid attention to her in like NXT, and then she comes out tonight. She looks like Poison Ivy, and I'm like, yeah, I can dig that.
Oh yeah, I wanted to have a moment to look at 2 important observations I made for this whole match. The first one, I didn't think it was physically possible. Somehow, some way, Apollo Crews managed to look even more jacked than he has before. Like, dude came out ripped, even more so than he was years ago, which is kind of fun because remember, he had a rivalry for a few years off and on with Baron Corbin, I think. I can't remember that. But the other moment I wanted to mention too was Apollo basically throwing Corbin like outside and Corbin taking flight on them. That was awesome. I can't remember the last time I've ever seen Baron Corbin fly.
I think he threw him, right?
Yeah.
Corbin threw Apollo over the top rope. That led to the first commercial break, and then I think the second commercial break was them doing the slow motion of Baron Corbin going over the top rope. Yeah.
Anyway, that's I didn't have any more thoughts about that.
Yeah. That was it. Those were the highlights.
Hey, the SummerSlam poster is cool.
Look at those guys.
I had a meme of them in front of a McDonald's, but I don't have it queued up.
That's me and the boys going to McDanks when the drinks be flowing.
Let me get no. Anyway, the backstage, we cut back to Chelsea with her great neck brace. Pretty Deadly. They're trying to get Pretty Deadly the musical funded by Nick Aldis. I'm not sure, like, would he pay for that himself? Is that where we're going? Is WWE going to pay for this musical? Why would Nick Aldis, the SmackDown general manager, have any fucking agency over what they're trying to get funded here? They're ridiculous. They're great, though.
So what was Chelsea trying to get done?
I actually don't remember.
Getting Matt Cardona a spot on the roster.
Randy Orton lets Cody Rhodes know that he's got his back. And after the Bloodline thing, if anybody else comes after that WWE Championship, Randy still got his back. And I'm like, okay, well, he certainly does not have that man's back. But I didn't know what I didn't know how that was gonna. There it is. I didn't know.
I was gonna say, is that it, John?
That is it. He's definitely not gonna have Cody's back, but it's because he is dead.
Gravel's
Theory.
Good job, Gravel's Theory. If you watch this,
like just that mysterious hand in the back.
Solo Sikoa did a backstage or a taped interview where he said the Bloodline used to have everything, both world championships, both tag team championships, but Roman Reigns got soft.
SAWFT soft.
He dissed Roman Reigns twice already tonight. That disrespectful piece of shit. LA Knight. Yeah, LA Knight lets Chelsea Green know that.
Like the one where they're all in the McDonald's.
Oh, dude, people are gonna meme the shit out of this thing.
Oh wait, look at this one. Why is it Pizza Hut and Domino's?
That's so great.
Bastards.
Oh man.
The Bloodline, yeah, I saw that. I noticed that the crowd really woke up when LA Knight came out.
Yeah, he woke everybody up. He came out, he did his LA Knight. Yeah. Everyone's excited. Reveals that he has a fucking there it goes again. United States Championship contract signed by Nick Aldis and signed by himself. But he needs to get Logan Paul's signature as well. Now, if he was in the office with Nick Aldis and Nick Aldis signed this, then how was Nick Aldis not in the office?
John, you're asking me to make sense of WWE.
No, there's supposed to be logic.
That's not even like that's illogical. That's completely illogical.
I know.
Maybe Nick Aldis left it there for him.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Fucking, they should have said that. Anyway, that bothered me. Bothered me a lot.
Now, let me ask you guys a question. The whole LA Knight phenomenon, people thought it was going to die out, and it's been almost a year and a half now, and the crowds are still with him. Like,
it's not the crowds, it's the fucking office. They don't care.
Well, that's what matters.
But we'll see. Well, he's in the Logan Paul match.
Well, I'm just saying, like, do you think he could? Do you guys get? I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for this when I say this. I'm going to get a lot of shit for this. Do you guys get like? Do you guys get like early Stone Cold vibes from him?
No, absolutely not. No, I don't know what.
I told you I was going to get a lot of shit from him. Man.
Is it like the gravelly voice with the vest on and just kind of like the attitude?
Well, no, it's just like the way that he like presents himself. He comes out, he doesn't give a shit. He says what he wants to say. He has the catchphrase, and like it was a real grassroots thing. Like when he first came out, like when he was on that Smackdown or Raw 1000, what was it? Raw something, the one where the Undertaker came out and chokeslammed him, and then the Undertaker whispered something to Bray. Like, I just recently rewatched that, and he was not over. Nobody gave a shit that he was out there, and then literally like this, the crowd started getting with him. So it was like a grassroots thing, you know. It was really fast.
I mean, WWE fans, like wrestling fans in general, they grab onto a thing like that, and within a couple days, you know, a whole crowd will be chanting it in an arena. Yeah,
but it's not but it's not, you know, like I feel like I'm any day now. I'm just waiting for the LA Knight buzz to like die out, and it just hasn't. Like, I'm waiting for the Joe Henry thing, and I know that's eventually going to come. Like, that's going to die out soon. But it's been a year and a half for LA Knight, you know? So, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not comparing him to Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's not what I'm doing. I'm saying it reminds me of the way that Austin organically got over, because he didn't change anything about himself. People was just like, oh, this guy's actually pretty cool. Let's start cheering for him. You know, kind of like that thing, you know?
Yeah, I feel like the best wrestling characters don't change them. They don't have to change themselves when they go from heel to face. You kind of see that a lot. I used to say that a lot about Bryan Danielson. He's great. He could just be a heel out of nowhere. Intensity. Hello.
Oh, Bryan's been a heel and like a face like 8 times in AEW.
Doesn't give a fuck. Just depends on the situation. He's a chameleon.
Yeah. Bryan in AEW, he's a face because he's basically a heel.
Yeah. He's so fucking cool. Yeah. But yeah, this LA Knight thing.
That Baron Corbin thing's so cool.
I know. I was watching that on repeat for a bit. Look at that.
They need to push. They need to push LA Knight the way he's being reacted to, so that they can take this to its destination. But he's over, and I feel like they're very comfortable with him at this level. And maybe the United States Championship and this Logan Paul thing might be some of the best stuff he's gonna get for a while. So we'll see what happens, though. We follow that with a match between Naomi and Blair Davenport. Naomi This match kind of sucked. This match was like bad. I was really
Absolutely.
nice to it when I posted it on the page. I was like, oh, it's a decent match with a clunky ending. But this match fucking stunk. They went out there and they did the shittiest wrestling I've seen all week. I'm fucking sorry. And then the last 2 seconds, they were like doing the, back and forth pins, and it was bad. I'm not sure we blame Naomi or Blair Davenport, but both of them went out there and they were stinky poo-poo. I had a segment backstage where we paid off the line thing. Where Naomi reunites with Jade and Bianca, and the rest of the people online overhear them say that Nick Aldis isn't there tonight, and they all get frustrated and they all were waiting online for no reason, so they all walked away. And Chelsea goes in the room and she comes and Blair, fucking Bianca Belair and Jade leave. Fucking Blair Davenport comes up and she's all, "Hey, I respect your girl." And I was like, well, that's interesting. That's certainly not gonna stick. Fucking Chelsea comes back out and distracts Naomi, gets her ass knocked out by Blair Davenport. This is not over. They will have more matches, unfortunately.
Do they have to?
No, but they will. But they will.
Aww.
Yeah. So,
guys, I'm so sorry. I'm just not over enthusiastic about this show. This show sucked a dick tonight. I'm sorry.
No, it did. It was not as great as it should be.
No.
Anyway, it wasn't even that it was bad. It was just generic. There wasn't anything much going on. I wasn't having fun, but
apart from Fatu killing people, which is just what he should be doing, and apart from Corbin taking flight, I don't really care.
I have I want to play this video that's probably gonna get us taken down though.
Oh
yeah, I think I can play it on mute. Let me see.
Scared.
Let me see. I'll do it now. This is really cool. It's kind of a tribute thing.
And we're down.
Oh, we're gone. Well, thanks for joining us, chat.
My bad. No, there we go.
The whole
Sorry,
page
Nick.
got taken down.
I'm gonna take over for a second there. Wait, there we go. I think it'll replay itself. There it is.
Oh yeah! Wow, it was a tribute. Oh shit!
Love it.
Yeah, that comes from George Serrano. Thank you, brother, from Comic Book Click. We did an episode of. We did a podcast about new X-Men. We did 2 of them. It ended up being 6 hours worth of podcast. It was like 3 hours and 3.5 hours. It's fucking crazy. Yesterday,
Dude, I tuned into that. I saw you on. I saw the thing. I saw the red ring around the thing, and I was like, "Oh well, I'm not really into comics, but I'll watch this for a minute." Then I went and did like 2 hours worth of work and came back, and the ring was still around the Dirt Sheet Radio.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, it's not. It's not like there's a.
It's not over.
It's not like we go in there and we're like, we're gonna do 3 hours. We're just so enthusiastic about it, and there's so much to cover, and it's just awesome. And we're not fucking. Thankfully, it didn't go over like this episode of SmackDown did, but it's a fun time, and I'm really excited to talk about all of it. So actually, you should check that out. I'm more excited to talk to you about that than I am this shit. But yeah. Sorry. That's SmackDown, though. That is all of SmackDown. We took it 30 minutes. We can talk about our jobbers of the night, our megastars of the night. We'll kick that off. Boom.
That's depressing that was all of SmackDown, because I've just literally been watching wrestling bios going over like those early SmackDowns, the Monday Night Wars, like the amount of action that took place on those compared to tonight's episode.
Sorry you had to be here for this. Sorry you all had to be here to come. I wonder why. I'm glad that you are all here with us, and because that kind of shows that maybe you wanted to see what other people thought about this episode of SmackDown, because it was rough. I thought, I want to go on Twitter and see what the Twitter sphere, what the world thought about that. Maybe I'm just bored with it because I had other things going on.
No, you don't.
I liked it too when I was scrolling through all like the top things for SmackDown. It's a lot of stuff from like the last few years.
Anyway, shit, jobber of the night. And you can't, in hard mode, you can't just say this episode of SmackDown.
Oh,
Okay. You want me to give you mine?
No avant-garde choices for the answer.
I'll give you mine. Mine was Blair Davenport. Mine was Blair Davenport.
Blair.
She gets a 30-second video package, and then she comes out and immediately loses to somebody who doesn't need to win right now. Like Naomi didn't need that win. And then she goes backstage and she's like, yeah, hey, sportsmanship, and then just kicks her and then legs.
And the match fucking sucked. Match sucked butts. Nick, who's your jobber of the night?
Well, you know what? If you are watching this and you want to not be a jobber of the night, make sure that you go and check out NordVPN. So go to comicbookclick.com/dirtsheetradio. Scroll to the very bottom of the page. Go get NordVPN. Go get NordPass. If you want to protect your passwords, you're going to get 72% off of a whole month when you get a year's subscription. That is amazing protection. You will not be a jobber of the night when you have NordVPN.
No.
But let me tell you, someone that I think should have had NordVPN and NordPass, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory. These guys went from tag team champions to being literal footnotes, only really being here to lose twice, be it to DIY and to the obliteration of Jacob Fatu killing everyone.
Yeah, I agree with both of your jobbers of the night. Mine's is going to be two people. It's Blair and Naomi. Fuck, that match was a fucking rough. I can't get over how bored I was while it wasn't bad, and then how bad it got at the end. After weeks and weeks and weeks, they finally have their singles match. We were talking about this storyline for weeks. Like, why do they just keep talking to each other backstage? Let's have this match. And they have the match, and it stinks. So, very disappointed. And there's gonna be more of it. So, we'll see how that works out. And I'm like, how far did they get in that short amount of time that they didn't even come out to help Naomi at all? Yeah. These are not good friends.
The scuffle that you cannot audibly hear.
Yeah.
They were like, what happened, girl?
They turned the corner. They turned the corner of silence.
Oh, shit. So, it's time for our Megastar of the Night. Megastar of the Night. A little harder. I'll start, I guess, because I ended. Jacob Fatu. He fucking comes out here and immediately takes his run-of-the-mill tag team championship match and turns it into something with substance and significance. He's like, fuck this bullshit, kill these vanilla midgets, and get on. It's time for the Bloodline. So, my Megastar of the night, Jacob Fatu.
Okay, I dig that. I am thinking back to the clip that George Serrano sent. Who was it that gave Fatu the DDT?
Ciampa, yep.
No, the other one in the 90s.
It is
Triple H.
Triple H. Yep.
Yeah,
Triple H.
Triple H. Yeah.
So it's basically Triple H giving a Fatu a DDT both times.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that.
I was just thinking about that. I'll give a little Megastar shout out to George Serrano for that clip. But another one that comes to mind for me, again, we were looking at it, we were talking about it. This was a big highlight for me tonight. I got to say, Baron Corbin. I never thought I'd be able to say Baron Corbin's my Megastar of the night, but just that man taking flight alone was great. Fantastic. Killer. Killed everyone on the outside of the ring. Absolutely what it needed to do, even if it was just a transition to a commercial break.
I agree. So, Mac?
I'm going to go with LA Knight. He built that crowd up. That crowd was dead in the water.
That was another thing too. Was that crowd?
Yeah,
what the fuck do they have?
Dude,
they have to be excited about.
Let me tell you something. Worcester is about an hour and a half from me, and there is absolutely nothing going on in Worcester. There's never anything going on in Worcester. So I thought this crowd was going to be a lot better. Like the old Worcester Centrum crowds back in the day before they built, I think it's the DCU Center now. They used to rock. I used to go to WWF shows at the Worcester Centrum. And they were great, but man, Worcester crowds are usually pretty good. My buddy Corey was there, and he was taking videos and on his Snapchat, and it was pretty loud at points, but it just didn't come across on TV. But as soon as that LA Knight music hit, man, that crowd exploded. So
that's what they were waiting for, a superstar moment.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with LA Knight, even though but I think Jacob Fatu and him are like 1A and 1B. If it wasn't for LA Knight, it definitely would have been Jacob.
All right. So tonight, AJ Styles versus Naomichi Marufuji, and Io Sky versus Utami Hayashishita. Those take place literally in a couple hours. I will be up watching those, but we won't be doing a post show because it's in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
But you can catch some coverage on Dirt Sheet Radio social medias, and of course, as always, you can catch us live all week long. Monday, we're live for Monday night after Monday Night Raw. Tuesday after NXT. Wednesday after Dynamite. Thursday after Impact. Friday after SmackDown. Thursday mornings, you can catch Dirt Sheet Radio flagship newscast.
Yeah.
Sunday mornings, you can catch 3NT podcast. CJ and Tyler's Level Up adventure, and every pay-per-view, a major wrestling event that doesn't take place in the middle of the night, you can catch us doing a post show of. And I think the next pay-per-view is is it SummerSlam? I think it's SummerSlam.
Yeah,
so, that sounds right to me.
Yeah, we've got a little break, but thank you all for joining us, man. That was SmackDown.
You made it through.